It's that time. It's that time. Welcome, everyone. We go again. We go again. And welcome, everyone, to my live YouTube stream. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? Most of all, how is everyone? Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's well. So let's get straight to it then. So for today's stream, I'm going to be providing you my perspective of my participation of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup for round 3, the penultimate round of the second exhibition series of the campaign. So yeah, let's get straight to it then. We are at Autopolis, so it could well rain, but as it turns out, well, it might not rain unless somebody tells me different. So yeah, this is what's going to be happening also. So obviously, yeah, this is where I'm currently at. We'll having scored some points also in the Porsche, and this is not even far off the top 10 for the not even far off the top 10 in the Porsche and the regional in the upper end. So it's just still within what is the top 50. Which is not a bad thing for sure, but there's still some work to do. But if we was to, depending who shows up on the occasion, we'll see about that. And yeah, so what's happening for this race is that it's a 16 lap race with where you got to use the racing hards and racing mediums. So the tire wear is set to ×5 and the fuel consumption rate set to ×2. And then you also have the brake balancer to play with. You will also have mechanical damage that's set to light. Shortcut penalty is light as well. The pit lane cutting penalty is on. So if you go over the white line or the entry or the exit, then you will be awarded a 3-second penalty. So don't cross that white line. Do you know what I mean? So this is one of the times that I've been doing also Vooks completing a lap time along with Handsome Banana. And there's a load of mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars, except one who's driving the nuts at that Subaru BRZ. There's Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Hondas. So yeah, let's get a bit of a feel first things first in the car. Just get on the racing hards. Brake balance to 3 to the rear. Hope Paul is enjoying the lovely UK sunny weather, as it is nice and sunny in my area. And first thing in the morning that I've looked at the sun rising, is just beautiful, isn't it? Just beautiful to see the sun rising, ready for what the day has to offer. Not too bad from my end with the 47. A few more times in me, but obviously tyre wear is a key factor for sure. And just chaining the corners together, which is another thing also. Let's come out of there before I forget. So, be the 2 o'clock slot. Any moment should hit 45, and then I could enter the 2 o'clock slot. Now accept entries, and we are good to get on with the phrase. Still on mediums, I need more time on the hards. I did do a little bit of practice in somebody's lobby the other day, and obviously I was getting roughly, well, going into the phrase where 4 laps in, and then there's like half of red and half of white are left on the front left, which does give me the rough idea as to see how long the tyres are going to last, the mediums of course. And with it being a 16 lap race, then you just got to be in it for the long run for sure. And people can please themselves to either do a racing hards, racing mediums, or the other way around. So it just depends about, well, you just, it's like you're playing a guessing game as to work out about who you're racing until you find out towards the end of the race in terms of tyre strategy and so on. And fuel shouldn't be an issue. That's plenty of memories racing this track, Autopolis. Back at one stage when I was, which I think I still have, one of the Need for Speed games where this track was featured in the Need for Speed game. I think it was Pro Street. Yeah, it was Pro Street that where they had this track featured in the Need for Speed Pro Street game, and remember racing that track at the time. And then, obviously, this track came onto Gran Turismo as well. So it's not too bad. It's very old school, like, you know, it's one mistake and then you're punished, and that just sends you out onto the grass, and there's hardly any runoff area, which they don't make that many circuits these days where they add on just tarmac for races about to try and be as fast as possible without going off the track, unless if they make a mistake, then that just therefore the grass or the gravel just punishes them, or even the wall, you know what I mean? So to the 46. Let's whack on a set of mediums, having got a couple of laps on the hards. And get the feel of the speed with the racing mediums on. Brake balance 3 to the rear, happy days. I just need to tidy that corner up next time around. See, like the thing is, like I can feel the engine braking difference when you're shifting down the gears, and you just want to listen to the tone of the engine while the rev's going down, and then you want to be sure that you get the get a good entry into the corner with a little bit of trail braking. So obviously it's one of them things that I have to, just to connect with something that I was more familiar with. Like this Porsche, for example, I'm more familiar with this Porsche, as it's an all-rounder for these kind of races. And then you also want the downforce of it to help you whilst when you're doing a slight little lift, tiny little lift before you actually brake into a corner. Then it's just a split second moment, which is all it takes of it, where you can either gain time or lose time. Less of that, of course, going too wide onto the grass. Marty's grass, of course. Ah. No stress, at least all it takes is if you go flat out on the grass, on that part of the grass, then you still get a half-second penalty anyway for track limits. bit deep in there. Not far off my personal best, which I'll have to do. So I'm gonna go for a quick toilet break, get my hands washed, and then we'll be good to go. Be 2 secs. And I'm back. And I'm back. Okay, here we go. Good luck to those who are taking part on this lot, and good luck to those who are taking part later on today. And we're just about to enter the penultimate round of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup Exhibition 2. Bring it on. Got some familiar names, of course. There's Vuk, there's Sparks, there's Dustin, Batman, and there's also Distinct Marty. I'm sure I've seen somebody before. I'm sure I've seen Marty before. Right. Ooh, 300 odd points for the top 3. And most of all, a top 8 finish at least. A positive result. That's all I want, at least. Let's see if Sparks is live. No, that for those who don't know Sparks, he has a channel for those that like to go and check him out. So let's go and say hello to our friends. So I'm just going to give myself 30 seconds or something. And then I'll get all the track position I need. Let's do this. And there's Vuk up ahead. He's the next car up front. Everyone else is just going around on the fast lap, of course. Alright. Just about to enter this complexion of corners under the bridge. And about to set my what could be, well, Vuk's backing up also. Don't blame him for that. Starting to see some quality times coming through. Almost lost it there somehow. What time can I get from there? Ooh, not far off the top 5. Ah, blast. But there's still a lot to play for. There's Treviso as well. My apologies to Treviso. Sorry I missed you out, my friend. I didn't pay much attention to see who else is in there. Let's just bring it home. And Vug's up there in the top 3 with a 3rd place in the Ferrari. Dustin posted his fast start time in the Toyota of 46. Somebody congratulating Distinct Marty for the pole position, but there's still a lot to play for. If it stays as it is, I'll take home a top 6 start. But there's a lot to play for, and it will be interesting to see which tyres is everybody else going to be in. So that's a P6 from my end. And somebody got in a good lap time also. And that puts me P7. Batman and Dustin bringing out the rear. What is going on? Same with Sparks. Well, you look at the top 14. Literally 8 tenths from pole position to P14. You just cannot predict sometimes, can you? So, just one thing left to do. Nothing to see here. So, I said hello to Treviso, who I raced with in one of the Manufacturers Cup races at Fuji. Okay, so wishing everyone all the best of this luck, best luck for this race. I have no idea what to expect, so I have no idea who I'm going to be racing with until we get towards the end of the race. So I'm just going to do the obvious and just feel the flow towards the end. Let's play the music. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck and have fun. Let's go again. The engine notes rising to the top. Martin, number 13. And there's Vuk in the number 11 in the Red Bull. I'm number 16. And there's Treviso in the number 15. Gramos in the Toyota, then Sparks in the McLaren. And there's Batman in number 5. And there's Dustin in number 12. Good luck, everyone. So I just need to survive through the first couple of laps in order to bring the hard compound tyres up to temperature. So for those that are watching, you, there's something to be mindful of also. Let's go. Accident up ahead, and that promotes us up a place. Oh, Ghost is at a moment there. Thank you very much. Steady away. We're made up a couple of places, which is a good start. properly into the groove now. A bit of fighting going up for P3. Ruiz trying to go for the switchback. And the two drivers battling for the leader fighting as well. Oh, I thought about it, but don't want to stick my nose in there too much. So I had to brake even more than I anticipated. I'm closing the gap on these two. It's just I'm within striking distance in the battle for P4, so just need to keep my nose tidy. Bit of door banging going off between the pair of them. Still at it. Ferrari kept it on the track, having gone on the grass a touch. Very wary of that Ferrari behind me. Ruiz doing a switchback once more. He wants that place back. You know, the amount of times they're squabbling, then the more they're holding this up. Oh! The Ferrari spun around. Unlucky, buddy. Next up, Hyundai. And you can see the Spaniard feeling the pressure. Piling the pressure on the Spaniard now. Right, we're in striking distance. Pushing myself even more now with while the tires are going down. Getting in. And Treviso looks far more for it as well. And Ruiz is coming into the pits. Let's see what tyres he were on. He were on the hards, so he was struggling like a pig on hards. And I got Treviso for company. So I've got a few people pitting in for new tyres. So the German behind me wants to work with me, then we'll do that. I have to slide the crap out of that thing. But we're there now. Just need to watch my entry speed. We're on the racing mediums. Hopefully I don't get a 3-second penalty for it. Because it looked pretty close, didn't it? And we're through, and I'm still ahead of the German. Let's go after him. Because you know what time it is, it's Tennessee time. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. So not far off Marty's fastest lap. But it's all good because we're catching up to these two up front. Got a bit wide there. Oh, he's gone deep. Forced him into a mistake. Well, he cocked that one up. And Vuk's right behind me as well. And then we've got Sparks in company as well, in the battle for P5. What's Vuk want to do? Oh, he wants to go for the overtake. He wants to go for it, still. And we're slowly catching up to Ruiz, who is a couple of laps all the tyres. He wants to go for it, Vuk as well. We've got Sparks behind me as well. I can hear that twin turbo V8 McLaren behind me. Oh, I've got a bit deep there. Not making a big deal out of that one, but Vokes managed to make his way up also. Ruiz is struggling like a pig with worn tires. There we go. Nicely does it. I'll have to admit, Sparks make a good use of the McLaren. Having not seen that many of them around. Well, at least I have enough tyre in the end, so just bring it home now. I've got 2 people behind I've got to bear in mind also. The Volk's gone for P3. Ah. Roll. Oh crap. Get it in. No, it's happened again, hasn't it? Fuck's sake! Mate, I was doing everything right, and then this happens. Fucking tyre wear on the front. Oh, so sorry. This is turning into a horrible last lap there, but... Fuck's sake. Never mind. Never mind. Ah, the joys of this damn game sometimes. Not a lot I can do there, but... Let's grab the replay also. And yeah, because that was pretty unfortunate, wasn't it? But never mind. Let's spare a moment to congratulate Treviso Vuk. So I'm not the only one to be suffering with tyre wear. Yeah, it was doing all right until that point, but then it's just the tire wear what's let me down. But obviously, don't know whether to go or not. But obviously, I got other things to deal with in the real life, I guess. But yeah, so let's have a look at the replay. Don't know what was I doing there, but that's what I wanted to look. Yes, Boog, welcome along, buddy. Welcome along. Nice effort from last to P3. Had the dumbest mistake in T1. I was assuming for something that's happened right in the first corner of the first lap. So I just want to see what's happened from my. Now that I've got the chance to have a look at the replay while we're all watching it together. Ah, so you went for the overtake and then the Lambo got lucky to not get any damage, and then so it was at that point, and Vuk was last. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, and you definitely had the pace for the win. I'm sure of that, and then so and then Batman and Dustin. Yeah, so obviously yeah. Yeah, you can do it if you want to, but it's up to you if you want to keep the points or not. And then from my end, I was suffering literally with tyre wear, having pitted at the end of lap 9 from hard tyres to the mediums, and then let the brake balance settings to 3 to the rear, which obviously didn't help for some. But so obviously it was one of them things, isn't it? Yeah. So just like to see how this battle unfolded. Yeah, it's just PD. They throw it with the light, don't they? And then, obviously, with little time I had, although I did get a rough idea as to see how the tyres were going to behave, and there was a bit of pushing to pass going off from somebody behind. I was from Treviso, and luckily for the German, kept it within the, kept behind the German, kept the German pointing in the right direction, without actually spinning him to death. Yes, Treviso. Good afternoon, my friend, and well done for today. And then, what happened from my side is that my left front tyre was going right at the last lap, and I pitted at the end of lap 9, right? And yeah, so at the end of lap 9, I pitted from the hards to the mediums, and then all of a sudden, having used the brake balancer 3 to the rear, I was looking good for the first couple of laps, and then all of a sudden, the last lap, I was just suffering with tyre wear on the front left, deadly. But I wasn't the only one, as it turns out, having seen the other Forza driver, who also probably had the same issue. So we'll get to that later on in this replay. So obviously, the Ferrari driver just approaching the corner, hitting the apex, just oversteer, and then Oh, that's gonna hurt the back end. Yeah, definitely a good race regardless, and it's just unfortunate as to what happened. Well, for some drivers, and so rest of the time we're just behind that, and then Treviso, of course, sent one to the inside, had the inside covered, and then I thought I could get around him, but I thought wise to it. So really, that I think maybe another lap there, I would have stood a chance of pitting. And you see, his front left is not bad. His front to left is not as bad. Obviously, a slightly better condition than mine were. Yeah, definitely a tricky one for sure. And the Batman had a much nicer tyre wear. Exactly, yeah. That's the issue with some of the controller users, you know, because of some of the because of the micro movements, where you have the little moments through there also, where more liable to suffer with tyre wear a lot, and then it's just and then that of course leaves us out in the pits, of course, and yeah. So I think it was this lap or something where we were having a good battle, me and the German. So I was just giving it all out of that corner also. So just when you thought you were about to get attacked. Oh, it's not this lap. Maybe the next lap. And then you have Vuk, Sparks in for company. Exactly. So the German fought about it, but chose to fight for another time. And I just went a bit deep there. And gave each other some racing room. And I had the inside line also. But the German had a better exit on the switchback. On the approach to the braking point. Hey, he outbraked himself. Bye. And he'll be like, God damn it. I got outsmarted. So yeah. Going towards the end of the race, and obviously when Vuk, I think it was this time when Vuk saw the opportunity to make a move. And I'm like, nope, you're not having it. But it's still there, right within my bumper. But no, he thought wise to it. Yeah, definitely, definitely. So I think it was this one in particular where Fluke is about to make the move, having got a good exit, a good slipstream. I thought you may as well just go for see how many places can you make up, because you see the Spaniard in that Hyundai has pitted way earlier than the opponents, pitted at the end of lap 7 or something. You should see the tyre wear on the front left, literally toasted. It is, Travis. It is a tricky one for sure. Well, look how the tyre differences between the Ferrari, the Porsche, and the McLaren. So I defended all I could and then just went a bit deep, and then so I just went onto the grass, flat out while coming out of the corner. And I knew I had sparks on me. I just want to look a bit to see if that was it was just a little tap. Okay, so we've got yeah, it was just a soft little touch of it, but then it wasn't enough for me to push me off of the trap. And it was that moment where I just head down, and even if it's that the littlest of touches, you just stay on the track best you can regardless. And it's just, yeah, it was, even if I get a little closer, then, I mean, you can't really tell, what tyre levels everyone's at, really, in all honesty, but, so I didn't make a big deal out of that one also, because it's just one of them things in it where you feel the you feel the tyre wear, and then obviously stuff like that happens, and then it's just well, you just wanted to bring it home. And then of course came the horror show where you see the front left, just for you thought I had this, and then I had a couple of people behind me also. Yeah, it was, you could see the desperation. And I'm like, bro, any need for that? Any need for that? Do they even know what my tyre wear's like? Well, I was thinking what sort of tyres they've been on. Well, probably a little later than I have done. I have been as I pitted at the end of lap 9, and then so it was just, yeah. And I was just defending all accounts. Yeah, there was chaos behind also, and I was just trying to park it in the middle, like, nope. And Batman saw the opportunity. And then I'm like, let it be. Yeah, the tiniest of touches does move over cars a bit too much, which it's very much about a push to pass on that one. So obviously that even if I get into that situation and then I do a slight little push to pass, I'll just hold back a touch, and then obviously it's just well, an example of what not to do in that sense. But most of all, that are just head down, and then all of a sudden that the tyre wear just threw me off. And even worse for some of the pad users that are using the pad to experience that issue also. But would it be worth going again? Maybe, maybe not. So may as well just like it. Will save myself a to another time then. But if any reason that I don't have another crack at it later on, then I'll just save myself for the race at the Nürburgring, and hopefully we finish on a positive result. Although that I was closer to finishing in the top 8 at Tokyo Expressway, and then of course, yeah. I had a look at his, and then he was literally just must be the brake balance settings also, or I even pitted a lap later than I have done. You know what I mean? So that yeah, it was just a case of just having like a slight little settings, you know, with the controller settings, you know, with the controller sensitivity, etc. So you had the little details like that. What made him to see that he's got a bit more white wear. I was using 3 to the rear. I was using 3 to the rear on the Porsche as I was feeling okay, and then obviously as it turns out, well, it's just with the nature of the circuit itself, it's notorious for tyre wear. And you're in the pad as well. Fair enough. Fair enough. Although that we may both be running a GT3 car that's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive, but a totally different manufacturer models. Obviously, that it's totally different characteristics. Between the Ferrari and the Porsche, and so, but regardless, it was okay. I enjoyed myself until it lasted. So I may as well just get a good photo or something for my thumbnail. Whilst we're at it also, you see my tyre wear on the front left compared to Batman. So try 5 brake balance next race. I had to switch over to 5 to the rear because I sort of knew that I couldn't rotate the car much anymore. So you see my tyre wear on the front left compared to Batman, wherever he is, there. So he had a bit more tyre wear than, till we get even closer. He just had a bit more tyre wear than I had, which is strange. So I like to see what lap did he pit in? He pitted at lap 9, and he pitted at the same time as I have, strangely. So, whilst we're on it also, so just get a good photo there of myself, Vulcan Sparks. Not the first time that we've raced Sparks, of course. Obviously, yeah. Let's get it further up. This is what I like to do whilst I'm not even doing racing or anything. It's just to get good photographs. Set it to 20 and then not really much glare. Yeah, that's exactly what the thing, as it turns out. And the McLaren's not even far off. Also, where when you have people like Sparks who uses the McLaren, and I think the McLaren's still good on fuel because I remember at one stage back when the McLaren was good, and it was good on fuel as well. So surely the McLaren's still good on fuel, but then it's just um, it may not be used in some of the sprint races as of recently. But for the manufacturers itself, it's all right actually. It's all right. So that's the photograph taken with myself, Vulcan, Sparks, Monster versus Red Bull, of course, and then you have Sparks' Sparky livery. You know what I mean? So surely I opened the gift tickets and yep. So but yeah, that was my third round of the Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup, and yeah, it was okay. Enjoying myself until the last lap would just turn into a horror show for someone when it comes to flipping tyre wear. But most of all, I've brought it all with one piece, and just like kept my head together, and then so on. And other than that, yeah, one of those races that probably go once more. But if not, then I'll be live once more on Saturday for the final round of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup at the Nürburgring Endurance. So hopefully we get a positive result at the end there also. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the race, and well done to those who took part on this one as well. And yeah, so that's it's like one of those races to to forget once more. When you had everything under control, and then yeah. So anybody liking the content, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe if you like the content of what I do. And for those who don't know me, I do open lobbies, I do some league racing ventures, sometimes daily races, and yeah, so and whatever else I have in mind. And most of all, may you all have a great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, whatever you're up to. And most of all, stay safe, take care. And from myself, Danny C, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.